welcome to The Lounge Show, your weekly dose of films, fashion, food, culture and more. Here's what we have for you on this episode. We visit the Rewari Steam Loco Shed for a look at some magnificent machines from the age of steam. A review of the latest Bollywood thriller Dum Maro Dum. And the annual World Gourmet Summit has an Indian chef for the very first time. The Rewari Steam Loco Shed, home to 25 steam engines from early and mid-20th century, got a facelift this year in an effort to turn it into a museum for railway buffs. Mayank Cost and Sufi travelled down the Jaipur highway to see the beautifully preserved machines and their keepers.
The steam doesn't come out daily, and so clothes don't get sooty with coal dust. But it is still like being in the good old steam engine age. Half a century ago, Rewari Loco Shed had 85 steam engines and a staff of 500. Today, it has 9 engines and a staff of 25. The employees, all steam veterans, are nearing the retirement age, save one. Mohammad Israel, 21, a fitter Khalasi, will get his first salary next month. The steam engines, which have appeared in films like Gadar, Guru and Love Aajkal, are named Rewari King, Sahib, Sultan Sindh, Angad, Akbar, Azad, Sher-e Punjab and Virat. Of 1930 make, Angad is the oldest. It came to Rewari via National Rail Museum in Delhi, where it was donated by the Madhya Pradesh Electricity Board. A broad gauge engine, Angad, when fully functional, consumed 25,000 litres water and 18 tons of coal. A meter gauge engine would take 12,000 litres water and 12 tons of coal.
There are 9 engines in our shed, in which 5 are DG Loco and 4 MG Loco.
The shed also has an exhibition room, a garden, a few park benches and a cafeteria that remains locked. There are plans to use these revived locomotives to run steam engine hauled trains between Delhi and Rewari for tourists.
The latest Bollywood release Dum Maro Dum, where Abhishek Bachchan follows his father's footsteps to play an angry, driven cop, explores the gritty underside of Goa, where drugs and prostitution are rampant and the mafia runs things with an iron fist. Sanjukta Sharma finds out if it's worth watching.
The hippie wonderland of the 1970s is a rotten wasteland in Rohan Sippy's Dum Maro Dum. It is a canvas close to reality. Goa is not an exotic beach state or a picturesque tourist spot. It is a drug paradise where locals are pimps to pedophiles or slaves to drug lords who rule Goa.
यहाँ शराब सस्ती, लड़कियाँ उससे भी सस्ती, और जिंदगी तो मुफ्त में ही बिक जाती।
At its heart, Dum Maro Dum is a classic 1970s Bollywood thriller. The gold smuggling don is replaced by a drug mafia, but the cop is what Amitabh Bachchan was in many films of that era. Tough and upright, with a cultivated manner of witty speech, what's called dialogue bazi in Hindi films, drives the role of Vishnu Kamath, the protagonist played by Abhishek Bachchan.
नहीं चाहिए। इंफॉर्मेशन देगा साहब। बारबोसा का पता है? नहीं। बाकी सबके लिए गूगल है।
In look and pace, Dum Maro Dum is flawlessly executed. It is like an early Wong Kar-wai film, even some thrillers from Korea and Hong Kong. In parts, it seems over-edited, although the film could have been more enjoyable and engaging if it were 20 minutes shorter.
गुनगुनाता था और मेरी धुन का नाम था Zoe.
So Dum Maro Dum works as a convincing mix of the two genres, stylistically accomplished and entertaining.
So hotels, shipping, mining, real estate, drugs.
सब में इसका उंगली है.
Performances are uneven. Abhishek Bachchan delivers a convincing performance in a role that will do wonders to his career. Newcomer Rana Dugabati has an interesting, even sometimes overwhelming screen presence, but he is not yet a skilled actor. Bipasha Basu as a good girl turned mall has little or no depth.
तेरे को करियर चाहिए? अब मेरे को करियर. कि तू $15,000 के लिए खोल के खड़ा हो गया.
Dum Maro Dum is certainly worth a watch. Although it goes back and forth on its edgy tone with some melodramatic cutaways, it really works as an engaging thriller.
The annual World Gourmet Summit, which provides a unique opportunity for top chefs of the world to interact with each other and the public, begins in Singapore from Monday and continues till the 8th of May. For the first time this year, an Indian chef has been invited. Manish Mehrotra, executive chef at Indian Accent, is taking his signature brand of modern Indian cuisine to the summit. He talks to us on his plans.
World Gourmet Summit, it started in 1997 to promote Singapore as a country, and there's a guy called Peter Canep. He was a veteran F&B guy from Singapore. This started inviting chefs from different parts of the world and to showcase their cuisine. And now it's been 15 years. First thing I'll tell, modern Indian food, there's nothing. We are only incorporating modern style of presentation, which was not there in Indian cuisine. First, Indian cuisine were always in a bowl or handis and all that, with minimum of garnish of chopped coriander and all these things. 5 years back, fusion was called confusion, but now people have changed that terminology and saying it a modern Indian or novel Indian or a experimental kind of a cuisine. Yes, first thing I really want to clarify, there's no competition between butter chicken and this thing. We are not playing with the authenticity of the cuisine. We are incorporating things. Every dish has got a concept behind it. Like on a menu we have achari prawns with olive and sun-dried tomato khichdi and aloo ka papad. So that entire dish is based on our traditional achar, khichdi, papad and buttermilk chilies, which people used to eat with curd rice. So that entire dish, I've only incorporated a little bit of prawns, which is flavored with achar, and a little bit of olives and sun-dried tomato to make khichdi slightly more exciting. And a lot of things which are not used in our cooking, but are part of our day-to-day life, like aam papad. We have never used aam papad in our cooking, so why not make a chutney out of aam papad? We have never used chawan prash in our cooking, but everybody has got a good or bad memories of chawan prash of their childhood, definitely. So why not use it in a cheesecake? Why not flavor some dessert with chawan prash? So that's what we did. At the moment, we are not targeting cities in India. We are not. But definitely, anything will come up. Definitely, but the thing at the moment, we are trying it for outside India, like London and LA.
Now, competitive cycling is slowly coming of age in India, and every year new bike races, adventure runs and marathons are added to the calendar. The Mumbai Cyclothon is in its second successful year, and this time they're even raising money for animal welfare.
Today, I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I can raise awareness and I can actually raise money, which is equally important.
The BSA Hercules India Cyclothon just got itself some celebrity backing.
Nostalgic memories of childhood.
The event that will be held on Sunday over varying distances of up to 60 kilometers depending on the different categories will have the actor cycling for a cause alongside participating NGOs.
To transform cycling into a national movement.
Tell you the truth, I haven't cycled in many years, not since those clips from Jojita that you saw. When I was much younger, it was something that I did really enjoy a lot. I was always into the BMX style of cycling. I used to do the BMX tricks and things. Yeah, as you said, more of the youth cycling kind of thing. The major appeal for me here was the fact that this year they are supporting animal welfare. It's something that I've always done on a smaller scale or on a more personal scale in my own home.
The route maps.
The cyclothon will be held at the Bandra Kurla complex. All participants will be given helmets and some cycles have been made available to rent. A representative of sponsor TI Cycles said the company was trying to ensure cycling as an activity goes beyond just one event.
More needs to be done from the government's end to promote cycling. If you look at the Western countries and what they've done with cycling, it's basically the government which has provided cycling infrastructure for cycling to grow.
More information is available on bsaindiacyclothon.com.
That's all we have for you on this show. See you next week.